should host the show.
Okay, alright.
Good evening and welcome to the stream. This is part 21 of our ongoing journey to finish this game on the Mac. Last night we mapped out 3 of the remaining sectors of the outside map, so now we've finished up 18 of the 20 outside sectors in the game, and we still have one minor task in the Tundra cave to complete. And hello there, Coconut, and welcome for the thanks for the host. Welcome to the stream. So I think it's wise to get going here. We when we left last night, we had mapped the all of the Tundra cave, but we had not finished 2 tasks, which were male only and female only. So for the male only task, we have to remove magic at the spell. I think she's the only female in the party, so we will need to leave her at the inn. She can have a little break. Hello, Gleeser. Welcome to the stream. I was just saying we need to finish up the male and female only tasks. We'll go in here and run towards the end of the corridor. I forget which was which. The male only is here. Must obey the sign. Male, male, male. William Tell is a female, okay. William Tell is not a female name, but never mind. Go back, and I simply had not noticed that the archer was female at any point in the game. So much for my perception. I probably should not have named him William Tell then. That's a thing for another day. Well, it's a new age. Maybe he's a non-binary. A pillar of light extends from floor to ceiling. Step into it. I will do as I've often done in the game when we have these moments. I will take a quick snapshot of the current status of the characters before doing anything, so that I know what it changes. We were transported here. I think this is actually just another location in the game itself. And it is okay. Okay, but at least we've completed it. Let's head back to the inn and do a replacement here. We'll leave every one of the males here and take the sorcerer and the archer with us and go back and visit the female only part. I assume that's basically the same fight, or it's likely to be. Step into it, yes, we will step into it. We are teleported again, and this time into a location with the white knights and the ninja. Funnily enough, the most powerful magical casters in the crew are definitely those two, so and down they go. We will teleport ourselves out of the cave. We don't have to face any of the remaining monsters here. And return back to the inn. Then we're done with the Tundra cave, and our next task is to go to the dragon cave, which should be a worthwhile exercise for us. Order the party correctly here. Iron is here, then tell this is the correct order. Do the archers get the thievery? Isn't it the ranger that gets the thievery? Okay. Yeah, it might work here as well. I must admit I've never tried it. And of course we get ambushed here on the way. Always, twice at least. Yeah, we've had problems with the robber for most of the game. The robber is difficult to armor up because he needs to be able to act in the shadows, and that means that he isn't capable of wearing anything that would make a sound, so no shields, no helms, and only a very limited set of armor. So getting his armor class up has always been a little difficult, which is why he's way down at the bottom in terms of armor class. He only has 26, whereas almost all of the other characters have at least 40, and most of the frontmost characters have up to 50 now. So we keep getting ambushed here on the way to town. There's some random element in how often this happens. Sometimes it only happens once, sometimes it happens many times. But this fight here with the kobolds is something that always happens. It's a regular thing. There we go. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to check into the hotel here in Volcania, and we'll use that as our base here. And I'm going to stock up on food here after we kill these people that are bothering us while we go to the tavern. I will also try all of the specialities here, and in case we visit the gourmet again. So now we're ready for the Dragon's Cave. Fight the kobolds again. They never seem to learn a lesson. I don't know how many times we've beaten them so far. It's been a few. And we did in fact only lose 7 hit points by beating them this time around, so I won't even bother resting now. X4Y7 is the location we are looking for here. I'll have one more of these fights with the goblins here. Probably should have sold some of this crap here in the town. Or this really is a bunch of crap, so I will drop it, since I assume we will see some fairly valuable things over at the cave, and would rather use the space in our backpack for that. So we now need to go 4 squares up here. Oh. Or not. It's it was probably 5 squares that we needed to go, not 4. I will just restore. We were just there. Yeah. GOG was having a sale on the games 7, 8 and 9 in the series, so they were offering them for 80% off, and although it somehow seems unlikely that I would actually play them, I bought them anyway. They were like I think I paid a total of €3.50 for all 3 games, which seems very reasonable. Perhaps I'll get to playing them at some point. I've been thinking of how I should structure the streams, and I think I will go for some variety. I will play RPG games some days of the week, and adventure games some other days. Is playing just one game stream after stream will has to get a little bit boring. Yeah, it's 5 squares, not 4. I don't know how I counted that. And it's actually not here either. Did I write the coordinates down wrong? But it definitely is somewhere here on this map, so we'll find it. Here are the cloud dragons, and all of the dragons were around this place, but here it is. It's 12:14. Okay, let's go in. So this is all new to us here. I'm not sure what to expect, but I will cast the protection from elements spell. I assume you will face many dragons. Apparently Squish, the party is up to its waist in dragon dung. That doesn't sound very pleasing, but it doesn't seem to do us any harm. These are usual suspects here. A couple of dragons. And as is usual when you fight the dragons, you do find a lot of gold. Found some 12,000 per party member, which is quite a significant share. I think I will use the disintegration spell here a lot. It doesn't use up a lot of spell points, and it has the advantage of working pretty well on the dragons. The only disadvantage is that it only really does damage to 2 monsters at a time, but since they seem to be traveling in groups of 3, that's not really much of an issue. Now, this is more difficult. Let's use something slightly more powerful here. We want to take them down before they're able to do much damage to us. Should probably rest now. But we find a significant amount of gold and a lot of gems, so if we ever need to farm money, this seems to be the correct place to do so. And I assume that it's also filled with endless items as well. This is the same fight except on the other side here. I think we will soon find that we need to return to sell stuff. We are already have 2 backpacks full of stuff. Let's see, I'll drop some of the cheaper items here directly. Sorry, I still have this cold. It refuses to go away, although I am feeling better today than I was yesterday. We are in a secret chamber here. Doesn't really seem to be much here, but we find a great shield and a helm. Great shield +5 and a helm +5. Yeah, Gleaser. Based on the way things are going, yeah, we are talking years here instead of days. There are so many dragons here. There's an endless list of them, and these are all fairly easy battles with high gain in terms of treasure. We will need to go back after this to sell some of this stuff here. We've already filled up pretty much every place we have in the backpack, so which is probably fine. We need to do that anyway. Let's go over to Volcania and visit the blacksmith and sell some of this stuff here. Wanted to identify this. It's just a standard great shield, and it's just a standard great helm as well. Yeah, okay. Okay, I assume Sir Hieronymus has lots of stuff as well. I'll trade some of his stuff up here. Some of this is actually pretty impressive. Then we have the eye plate mail. Let's take a quick gander. Which is not better than what we have right now at all, but still valuable. I will sell it though. We have really no one that can actually wear it. Check back into the hotel and head out of town again. I will believe I will jump forward here to get rid of having to have this battle here with the kobolds. X12, go one forward here and it's 14, so we need to go 11 technically, but we'll go 9. Yeah, we could do something like that as well. I'm just thinking about how we can do this so that not everyone likes these difficult RPGs. Not everyone has the patience to watch them. They can be a little bit grinding to watch them again and again and again. Get going again with killing the dragons here. Yeah, obviously the graphics do improve in these games as you go along. So they look better, but they're essentially still the same game, or mostly. Cure poison. It's a lot of gold. It's more gold than we've really earned in a long time in the game. Okay, is that the order that would make sense? We found a pirate's crossbow +2, which is basically the item that you were mentioning earlier, which would give some thievery percentage to the archer. It is meant for the robber, but search here it says each share is worth 4166 gold. Can we go back the same way? That is the question. we go, we're out again. So many encounters in here, just an endless amount, and so much gold. We had about 400,000 going in, we already have 660,000, so we've gained like 200,000 gold in just a few minutes that we've actually been playing here. So this is definitely the right place to go if you want to earn gold. We've had some issues with the amount of gold recently. The hirings have become fairly expensive, so we've had to let some of them go to have enough money. Now there are 3 attacks here in a row by these wyverns. So they line up 3 different squares right next to each other. Now we seem to be in something that looks like a great hall of some sort, open room with plenty of space. Goes all the way down to the bottom. I'm dropping these low value items that we're finding here. They are rather use the space in the backpack for something valuable. Still have not gone in here. I was hoping we would find some great weapons in here as well, because we could really do with them, or some great armor as well. There's obviously a hidden room in there, and to either find the entrance or cast a teleport spell to get in there. Assume it's just here, and it is. You add a flamberge, broadsword, and a great bow to your collection. These are all valuable items, we'll keep them. Can't get out the same way, we have to go out this way, directly into the battle with the wyverns here. That's fine, we need to rest anyway, just beat them down. Now, I want to finish off the bottom part here before returning to town. Assume there is a way in here somewhere. That's here. In this small room is a circular swirling pool. Bitter gold in the pool, yes. To all who are needy, plus 10 hit points. Oh, very good. We gained 10 hit points for Magic Dispel. Much needed upgrade. I assume you can only do this once, and you can probably only do it for characters that are of a certain level. We made it up here now. It's just a little bit of a maze here. You can go west from here and yeah, there are probably plenty of these games still coming out. There were a lot of people that played these games, so there is a big market. Assume someone is definitely there to take advantage of it. I think Ubisoft own the rights at this point in time, so they are undoubtedly doing something to make their investment in these in the franchise worth it. Finish these few squares here since we're here anyway. Let's skip them then on the way out again. Okay, we are mostly done for now. I think we will finish up these attacks here. Want to get out of here. Yes. I'll cast a town portal spell. Bring us to accidentally brought us to Atlantium, but it doesn't really matter. Can use the teleport to go back. To sell some of this stuff here. Let's see. Cold that does not want to go away. now. Back in here, so we'll travel forward here some 7 squares or so. Okay, this is one of the places where you can't use the teleport spell. Makes perfect sense. They really don't want you taking advantage of it. Yeah, you could probably go and take these items again and again and again, but they were decent enough, but not. We haven't really found anything spectacular here so far. But we're also not nearly done with the cave. And at least in terms of gold, there is an endless supply of gold here. We're finding so much gold. And these are easy battles for us, essentially. We are strolling through them without much effort. Yeah, it really is. You can basically take down multiple monsters using the dancing sword spell. And here, in fact, are 3 probably in a row of these packs of 6 earthworms. This is a battle we probably would not have survived just a few levels ago, but we are finding them far more manageable at this point. Now there are 6 of them left here. We need to be careful. They are certainly worthy adversaries. More encounters, and since we can't use the teleport spell, you basically at least need to make a single line through here, so there is no way of getting through this without having at least a few of these battles here with these dragons, so that's a stopping point for anyone who would want to go in here and just rob all the items. You have to be at least of a certain level to be able to make it out of here again alive. But certainly it is mostly our armor class that is helping us at this moment in time as well. It's fairly important to us that we're hard to hit at the front of the party, so the blows don't really do all that much damage to us. Yeah, of course you could go here basically at any moment in the game. You don't really need to be at a certain level, and obviously there are places in the game where you can level up fairly quickly if you get to them early on. There is an advantage of doing that. Now, how is our status in terms of space here? We are still have Sir Hiron. I should probably rest at this stage to at least recuperate some of our spell points. As you found out multiple times already, every time in this game that you get comfortable and think you have everything under control, you end up dying very suddenly. So it's a good idea to be more careful than not. Yeah, the silver items are high quality items. Yeah, protection from the energy spells are the most important in this game, in my opinion. So the silver items are really the I tend to see them as highly valuable. The the golden items, although they give you additional luck and level you up as well, they are still not a protection from energy. They are useful in the latest stages in the game where you've leveled up to a point where you don't really need the protection from energy anymore, and where the leveling and luck is actually more important. But until a very late point in the game, the silver items are highly valuable. So the S, scale mail, splint mail, and so on, and the silver shields and the silver helms. Yeah, I think you're right in that regard. The ninja can wear the ring mail. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing the ninja can wear. The barbarian is also very limited in the in what he can wear. So every character class in this game has an advantage and a disadvantage. The barbarian is freakishly strong, and he gains a lot of hit points, and when he hits someone with a weapon, he does a ton of damage, but his armor is very limited, so it's somewhat difficult to get him up to a level where he's hard to hit. So even though he has all of these hit points, he tends to lose quite a few of them as well. Yeah, the ninja is definitely much better in avoidance and in terms of all that stuff. However, the robber is also capable of wearing the ring mail, so if you find an S ring mail, that is really the best armor that you can get for the robber. And currently the robber has an S scale mail, which is certainly not great, but it's still better than nothing. And we have not really found a lot of them in the game. They are fairly rare. We have an S ring mail +1 here now, which basically gives the same protection as the S scale mail +2. And most of the S items that we've found of that sort are somewhat limited, and the few that we've found that are really good, we've given them to the to the archer, since he's in the front of the party and needs them the most. Now, down there at the bottom of the cave we found an ancient dragon, and I ran away because I think it's time that we return to town and sell some of this stuff here and save our position and progress before continuing. I think it's the wise thing to do. We have no idea whether this ancient dragon will kill us or not. One of the issues with the S items that we found as well is that they are very often limited in terms of alignment, so even if we do find a pretty good item, there is no guarantee that we can actually use it. And that has really been the problem with our robber, because he has evil alignment and many of these items can't be worn by evil alignment. So it's been going fairly slowly finding some useful armor for the robber, but we will eventually get there. At least he's up to some 26 now, which is certainly not perfect, but not terrible either. Now, let's go up here again. The dragon layers are surrounded by other dragons. Let's see. Now we have to take the middle here and fight every fight on the way, of which there are quite a few. It's not very easy to get to this dragon boss over here. And it's probably not supposed to be easy either. It's probably supposed to be quite hard. This is probably the last fight before reaching the ancient dragon, and we still have some spell punch left, so we can take care of these wyverns here. We will rest here and recuperate. And then go on to fight this ancient dragon here. Okay. He might be immune to most of our magic, and I was able to successfully use the Divine Intervention spell. Sometimes it does totally random things. Sometimes it accidentally kills some of the party members, and he's not affected by the fiery flail. Not affected by the... Yeah, it's a huge candle, and the only time you really lose it is when you're in a situation where you've already lost. What I want to try now is teleport some 3 squares here. I want to go back in there, and we will have to have these fights again, obviously, but before we go into this battle, I want to cast the Protection from Element spell to perhaps protect us a little bit better before going in there. I really had no idea what to expect, but he's basically lethal, so I think it's a good idea to take things, use as much protection as you can. It's also probably a very good idea to try to see if we can cast a power shield to reduce the damage even more. He was causing some 6,000 plus damage points. It's a crazy amount. We'll probably have to rest after this one here. We probably can't go on much longer. And that was a very unsuccessful rest. Funny how the game tends to do this to you at the worst possible moment. We're getting closer again. We still have a few of these encounters to go here. Don't remember if this is the last one or the second to last one. Second to last one. Still have this one to go here. Use 2 dancing swords and fight our way through the rest. And we will rest here and we will cast the protection from element spell and turn on the lights and we'll go in. Now similar results as to the previous one. I want to check. We tried the Inferno and I don't remember if we tried the Implosion. But we can try it. And that worked. 250 damage. Which I have no idea whether it's good or bad in this sense. We got lucky again with the Divine Intervention. I have no idea how we got so lucky again. We tried the I think we already tried the Earth Encasement. That would certainly help. But he's not affected by that at all. They're dead. Implosion does work a little bit. That's a level 9 spell, but it does work a little bit. That's interesting. So what we will try now again is to go back there and start by casting the shield and see if we can have another turn with the mage. It's not necessarily something that is possible. We'll see. Yeah, he's certainly powerful. I will give this one more shot. What we haven't tried so far is casting the power shield. Perhaps that will mean that we are able to worm ourselves out of the battle. He's hugely powerful, and I assume the reward for killing him is also pretty great. So he's worth one more shot, and then we'll leave him and move on. Just the fights that you have to get through to even get to him are interesting. Certainly well protected. Now, light. Again, we will cast the protection from element spell, and we will move forward and attack. And this time around, this is a different order that we have, which is bad. It's quite bad, actually. Because we really need the mage to be up and running. We're dead. Yeah, this is definitely very difficult. We'll leave the dragon for now. We'll return once we've leveled up considerably. Or found some other way of protecting ourselves. He's certainly worthy. Oh, let's teleport here. Finish the rest of this cave. Shouldn't actually be all that difficult. Nothing up until that point was actually very difficult. It's just this ancient dragon that has all of this power. And we still have to defeat Dawn. We haven't done that yet. We left that task. And we still have to finish up mapping the desert of Dissolution. We haven't done that yet either. Need to get to that. We need to have these fights anyway, since we're going down the floor. This is the last one I'm going to do for now. I need to find a way into these secret areas here. I'm going to... Oh, damn. We got attacked. I seem to remember these alien probes. They are quite interesting. Have a lot of hits. It actually seems that the These are more difficult by far than the dragons ever were. Try to raise some of the spellcasters here again. With a little luck, actually, we are going down. And once more. It would indeed be very handy to be able to use the teleport spell here, since having these same fights again and again and again tends to get a little bit boring. The thing is, we need to find the entrance here. And, to be able to do that, we really need to be able to walk around the area mostly unaffected. So we need to have these panels here, whether we like it or not. Light. Thank you. Now, there are more of these to fight here. It's not here. And it's not here. It's not there. And it's not there either. It's not here. Now, this is a different beast. This is a magic serpent. He seems very much to be an asshole. But perhaps not as much of an asshole as our other friend here. At least we are still alive. He seems to have an incredible amount of hit points. We've hit him with some serious damage, and we still haven't been able to take him down. Finally, he goes down. He was fun. And now we find some really valuable items. We found a gold helm +7. And that is a hugely valuable item. And it doesn't fit the good alignment. For some reason I can't equip the silver helm either, which he was already wearing. something has happened to the alignment of the characters. I will fix that. Sir Lancelot was certainly not at any point good. He was definitely neutral. Let's see if the Paladin can use this. Who is actually good? No, he cannot. That somewhat limits the use of this item, because if it's can only be worn by evil, then it's certainly limited, because it can only be worn by the knight, the paladin, and the cleric, and we have no evil members of that particular group, so it means that we are unable to use this item, as great as it is. That won't stop me from trying to get back here and retry this. I don't think there is any hireling that is the knight hireling is not it might be a hireling in the game that we could use it for. That's not out of the question. Now, isn't this the same dragon that we faced in the battle earlier? It's basically unkillable. Yeah. Okay. Can't go there. It's not a lot lost. Let's want to attempt this again. See if we can get another gold item like that, and if we can, then it's very tempting to see if we can actually use it. I want to check the alignment of the characters. I find this somewhat weird here. At some point it seems that our alignment got messed up. I want to definitely fix that. It is possible that this happened in some hole or another. And we simply didn't notice. Now, let's see. At least no, we can't go into the corner there. We stand no chance of doing that. So I assume there is some future items there as well that we would want at some stage. But we can kill the one there in the end. At least we were successful last time, so we will at least try it again. Now let's see. Nothing in that particular corner. Couple of frost dragons here. Now we have this magic serpent here. Kill the rubber. Try to cure them so that we get another chance. No. This is extremely difficult, and even getting to them is very difficult. To have all of these fights to even get to that point. This is definitely not meant to be easy in any way. What we want here is we want to be fully rested, and we want to have the protection from elements past spell cast. Before we go forward here, there is the magic serpent and two of his fellow dragons. It does help a little bit to cast a power shield. That will help us just a little bit more. We are in trouble now because none of the clerics are actually alive. Don't know what our chances are now. They're probably very slim. All we can do basically now is try to fight, and we end up dying. It's the luck of the draw. We'll try once more. If we don't succeed, I will give up, and we'll return later. Seems that the later part of this cave, the part that we did not explore on the first run, is far more difficult than the first one. It's at least certainly giving us much more issues. One more go. I'm getting fairly tired of having these battles here again and again and again and again. Rest here, cast a protection spell, and go straight in. This time around we got luckier. Did not get lucky, perhaps, but we got luckier. You can use a power cure on how to get the spell. She won't get a turn this time around. We can also use the power cure here to cure up the robber. Again, Magicka is down. And cure her again. Use a Roland to cure up Cleric and hope he doesn't get incapacitated in this turn. This was a fairly bad turn of events, but we're not dead yet. I have no spell points left for William Tell. Yeah, you could potentially do that. It's just a very annoying way to do it. We will give up for now. I don't like giving up, but I will do it anyway. We know we have this left, so return at a different point. Let's see which ones I need to have their alignment fixed. William Tell basically, and the Pink Panther and Magicka the Spell, and Sir Lancelot. Okay. Restore alignment. Okay. They're fixed up. I'm gonna save the game with alignment fixed. And we'll head out here again. And there is a square here that we haven't examined, which is where was it again? Almost straight above here. Actually see it on the map. It's here. So this is the Gemmakers cave. We haven't explored this either. Let's take a quick gander here. Rest. Turn on the lights. I have no idea what we're in for here. We found some gems. We found some more gems. Assume this is not all gonna be fun and games. I assume we're going to run into some monsters here at some point. So right now it's mostly just this maze. There's a message for us here. Smoke signals read Fire Talon rests at X4, Y4 in the elemental plane of fire. Okay, that's good to know. More gems. We have so far not had a single encounter here. I have a funny feeling that when we finally do, we will end up dead, but let's see. This is in any case a massive maze. It's filled with endless corridors. Another message, the wind wails. Upon a pedestal at X11Y7 in the elemental plane of air, you will find the air talon. So that's 2 out of 4. Find our way back here and continue downwards. More gems, more gems, more gems, more gems. It's out of character for the game to not have killed us at this stage. We await with bated breath the moment that the game decides to kill us here. It's becoming uncountably long since we've had an encounter here. More talons here. A small portal forms a message at X10Y10 within a shrine in the plane of water. Rests a water talon. So we now have information about the location of 3 of them. Seeing only one. I assume it's here somewhere. More gems. Now, if we did not have this ability to automatically map, this would have been absolutely murderous to map. Such a lifesaver, that ability in the game. Now, there is a part here that is hidden. It must be accessible from somewhere. Let's use the teleport spell. Can't, okay. Not accessible from here, 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 or here. Okay, that means that we need to teleport into it from somewhere else in its base. Undoubtedly there's a teleport here somewhere that will lead us directly into that location. Molten magma fills the large cavern before you, yet something shines at the center. Okay. That is interesting. Let's go back to Volcania. We've mapped about half of this. Let's save our position here and go in there again. There are no encounters to fight, so it's not that hard. Yes, we will enter now. Might as well finish this direction here as well. More gems on the floor. We got a little bit up there. Let's go back and finish mapping this piece here. Done. Undoubtedly, we also need to map this little piece here. Now in the same place, basically. More gems on the floor. Here is the final indication written in mud upon the mossy wall. The Earth Talon is enshrined at X8, Y8 in the elemental plane of Earth. We now know the location of all of the Talons. This closes here. This is the place we were before. So this is the entrance to this chamber. And there are at least 3 of them here. Center is accessible apparently from every direction there. More gems. Reach the bottom here. Go back. What a maze this is. Some more gems. I believe we earned quite a bit of gems. We're up to some 2200 for the first characters in the party. So now basically outside of this little area that we forgot down here, annoyingly enough, now all that remains is the center of this room here. Of course we can't teleport. I'll run down to these few squares that we didn't map down there and finish them up before let's see what's the quickest path here. There's no such thing as a quick path here, it's just a matter of chasing these. At least we gain some gems while doing so. This is the center, we do not want to go there right now. We'll go down here and follow this path here. We left a small bit there, which is we are just coming to here. This is the only part we left. Okay, now we're done with everything except these two, which we couldn't access, and the center of the cave, which we couldn't access either. I assume we're in for a very long point of stepping basically into molten lava, which might, for that matter, kill us instantly if we enter it. So what I'm going to do here is we've mapped all of this. I'm going to go back to Volcania and save the game, and then we are going to go back there. Won't take us very long to access the center here. It's basically right here in front of us. Let's at least cast a protection from element spell. It should help us a little bit. We get teleported. Magical lava, it said. That is unfortunate. We had tried this one. So it is entirely possible that we simply have to step into every single one of these squares until we get magically teleported to the correct location. I will dismiss the other highling, and since we are probably going to do a lot of resting here, we ended up in X2 by 14. One has to wonder if that always happens or whether that is just random. Let's try it again. Yeah, okay. This at least always delivers us to the same location. That is interesting. Let's rest here, and I will try the jump spell. We can't cast a teleport. Perhaps the jump works. The jump works, and we are sent away to 214. Okay. I have a feeling we just have to try all of these until we actually succeed. We tried this one. I will try the jump now. And we get transported back. Let's go in the other direction. This is of course not quick because you have to run through this maze here. It's easy to get lost. So if you had in fact not mapped this would be near impossible to finish. You would have no idea where you got placed. Now let's try the first square, and we get teleported back to 214. We have to run all the way back. Here we are again. We tried the first one, now let's try the second one. Let's jump there. We have to rest now. See where we are. We are in 214. Okay. So let's go down to the bottom. There's only one way to do that, and that is basically this way, past all of these endlessly, and the only positive here is that we are still finding gems around the floor in some of these locations. This is such a maze. Here we are finally. Should we try the jump spell first? Perhaps. And we are finally there. Although this one was a jumper as well. Okay. All the way down we have to run again. Finally we are back again. Let's try this square. This square is also okay, so we can go here, we can go here, we can't go here. It's sad that I'm starting to know my way up here. Now. You have to try these squares here. Simple as that, even if it means having to run all the way back. Might be items in these squares that'll be neat. Game is certainly making this very annoyingly difficult for us right now. I want you to take note that I actually managed to know my way all the way here without taking a look at the map once, which is sad. Now. We can still go forward here, still here. A flaming sword is stuck in the glassy volcanic rock. Pry it loose. Yes. Let us. Flaming sword plus 10. That is our price here. Gives us a plus 15 protection from fire and does up to 10 damage. It's a single-handed weapon that does 20 damage. It is in fact a very good weapon. So yeah, it has it's the spell 4-3, the sorcerer spell 4-3, which is the fireball spell. So what we really want to do now is we want to exit, or reality. What we want to do now is we want to cast the light here. Make this slightly easier for us. We want to do this trip down here one more time, although I'm fairly tired of it at this point. I want to cast Lloyd's Beacon here, and then I want to cast down Portal and go to Volcania. And I'm sure there is some secret area there somewhere in these, there has to be somewhere in these circles, because it's very annoying to endlessly the Dark Trident was actually a very good weapon. It's actually an excellent weapon. It does gives you higher armor class, and it's a double-handed weapon as well, so it's been immensely useful, but the Flaming Sword is still pretty good. It's a question of whether we should perhaps give it to the True Axe. Is also actually a very good weapon. It does a lot of damage and it increases accuracy by 6. And this is still a better weapon. Now we need to. We should really go fetch Sir Hiron. And the archer can also use this sword. I wonder where Sir Hiron went when we had to dismiss him earlier. It's very likely that he's actually at Middlegate. Let's go there for a while. Take a trip there. I think they go. No, he's not here. I wonder where he is. Do they automatically go wherever you last checked in? If they do, he's here. Hiron is here. Indeed the case. This is the correct order. Sir Hiron has what? Has a Cold Blade plus 12, which is also a very good weapon. So we won't give it to him. That leaves the True Axe. which I believe is a two-handed weapon as well, potentially usable by the archer. Does this do? This is a very good sword as well. It's actually a better sword than the other one. Okay, basically we will sell this true axe and we will leave the sword with the paladin. I don't see any more characters where we would benefit directly from fetching another one, so just want to check about the alignment here. It appears that we didn't fix William Tell earlier. Now William Tell now has the accurate sword +6. Sir Hiron has the cold blade +12, which is a great weapon. Flaming sword +10 is on Sir Roland. And that also means that since he's now equipped with a sword, he can also wear a shield. So if we were to find a good shield, we can equip him with a shield and get his armor class back up. It would be best to find either an S or a gold shield. And what we're going to do now is save the changes that we made here, and then we are going to use Lloyd's Beacon to go directly to where we were, in the same location, and try some of this. Don't think we can use it here. Yes, we can. So we don't have to constantly run down here. That will save us some time. Try the jump spell. This at least saves time, although it's still annoying. We still have to rest, and this is costing us gems, but we've found quite a few of them here, so this square is not it. But the game works in such a way that it's obvious that it's hiding something from us. That's just the way this game works. You always have to persevere with every single issue. If you do, you are usually rewarded. Now let's jump. Obviously we can't map all of them because there is only so much jumping we can do. We can't. Okay, here is a fire glaive +4 amongst the molten ooze. So that is another good find. That also gives you +15 protection from fire. But it's not as good a weapon as the sword was. We'll rest again, continue this hunt here. Can't access the last square there because potentially we could access the square above. Let's see. This is magical lava. So is this. And now the jump spell. Amongst the lava you find a fiery spear +4. Now the glaive can also be worn by the barbarian, so if you had a barbarian in the party you would also have a weapon for him, and the spear can also be used by the ranger and the ninja, so if you had those in the party you would be able to use these two. There is more magical lava. Of course there is. We still have this square to go here, so we'll jump. There is more magical lava. We will have to rest once more and reuse the beacon, cast the light. We've now mapped out most of this, but certainly not all. There are some squares which are inaccessible to us. More magical lava. And more magical lava. And more magical lava. We'll rest now. Cast the light. Go back. And more magical lava. I see no way of being able to access this particular square here. Let's try anyway. Where are we? No, we can't access it. You will be teleported straight back. So this one is magical lava, so we can't access this, but we could access this square here. It's the only square that potentially remains. The others will have to remain unmapped. We can't access them, or at least we can't access them right now. We can jump forward to here. An untarnished fire shield is found by the party. This is potentially very useful. We can remove this defense ring and equip this fire shield and bring us up to 47 and also bring us additional protection from fire. So now the paladin is very well protected from fire. And we have a free defense ring that can send downwards to the robber. I think we already equipped him with one, but at least this was a valuable item. The knight has both of the knights have he has an electric shield +4. and that's a very similar item, so there is no particular need to go back here for another shield. But obviously this also means that there are 2 spaces here that we can potentially go. Let's explore those as well. So we've explored everything that we can. This is ultimately worth it because these are very valuable items that we're just finding here. Obviously we can go here as well, and there are now 2 squares remaining that we can potentially map. By jumping from here and over here, and now there is 1 remaining. And what I want to do is, since we've gained a little bit of armor, and there are 2 things I want to do. I want to try our battle with the dragons again with the protection from magic cast, because potentially the dragons are not elemental but magical, and that would mean that the protection from magic spell would protect us better than the protection from element spell. I want to check out that theory. It just occurred to me when I saw the spell when I was going through it earlier. And I also want to go there and use the Lloyd's beacon spell to cheat a little bit and just bring us straight in front of the dragon and try it a few more times. Now, we've explored every square here that we can. I think there is no more exploring to be done here, and we will simply leave this place, go back to town, go to Volcania, and I don't think there is much for us to sell at this point. I think there's very little actually. Just the fiery glaive and the fiery spear. They're not worth very much because they are very low value items. The sword is definitely the most powerful item. The shield is also useful. Now we should probably stock up on food here before continuing. Fill up the food supplies, save the game, and head back out into the wilderness. Let's try our luck here with the dragons once more, because I think these are highly valuable items. It's certainly worth the bother to try this. Now, we figured out already that we need to go 8 and 3 to avoid the unnecessary battle here. Let's cast the light here. I also want to see if I can potentially use the jump spell here. It's entirely possible that I can do so. Yes, I can. Won't necessarily escape all of the battles, but it will make it slightly easier. We can perhaps cheat a little bit by using it. The problem here is also that town's portal spell does not work inside this place, so to make it back we actually need to be able to make it out. So if we want to be able to return, we have to survive the battle and make it out alive, which is or has been at least easier said than done. Huh. Missed. And it's been a while since we checked on the circuits as well. We should probably check that out sooner than later. For now, I'm going to rest here. This time around, I will cast both the protection from magic and the protection from element spell and give us some added protection. Let's see if this helps us at all. Not a lot, but some. It helped us some. We are certainly not in any way in a good condition. We still made it out of the first round alive. Which is more than I can say for the last rounds. Now we can cast a power shield. That should help us a little bit more. See how we do here. We can raise Sir Roland from the dead here and cast a power cure on him as well to raise some of his hit points. He died again. No, Sir Lancelot died. Okay. I think we will raise Sir Lancelot from the dead. He's a fairly important member of the party in terms of being able to hit the enemy. Now we are approaching a critical situation here. In a fairly bad way here. Can still power cure, but if we make it out of this one alive, will be by sheer dumb luck. Let's attempt to use Raise the Dead on Magicka here. No, she's still unconscious now. And now she's dead. Finally the serpent goes down. Finally we win. With everyone dead except for the robber and Sir Roland. So that was difficult, to say the least. To raise these guys from the dead here. Adding many years to Sir Roland's life. We will try to rejuvenate him when we get back to town. Let's see what we find here. This is definitely not worth it. We find a leather suit +9. That is not a good item at all. Except for the barbarian. Let's try our hand with another battle then, since we didn't really find anything that we want here. I assume there is another one. Here is a magic serpent. We are still alive. We will use the implosion spell here, since we get a chance to use it. Try our hand with a mass distortion spell as well. We are still here. This is the one that we fought earlier. He seems to be easier than the crew that we found. Down he goes. We found a Dark Trident +10. A fantastic weapon. Absolutely fantastic weapon if we can use it. Not for this alignment. Again, we get a little bit unlucky. It's quite possible that the alignment for this weapon is always the same. So far we've really not found a lot. I will cast the spells here again. They seem to be doing us some help. Now this is the ancient dragon. Let's see how we do against him with every protection spell on. I've seen better results, but at least we can cast a power shield and we can have one turn at the divine intervention spell. Now we have one try to take down this dragon. We'll have everyone back to full health and every protection available to us cast. Chances are we will not succeed in doing so. No, we will not. So in reality, there's not a lot to be gained here. We could potentially try this again, but I think we can fight ourselves out of the other two fairly easily, but don't know if there's a point to doing so at this stage in the game. These items that we found are not the correct alignment, or actually not that valuable either, so potentially it's just the ancient dragon that has the main advantage for us there. We could potentially jump over it. Might be worth to try it. Let's see. We don't really need to fight it. And in fact, we probably only need to have one of these fights. If talking about clever avoidance, we could probably do that as well. Let's see. Let's try. I will we will have this fight one more time. So in reality, we need to definitely have these two here. I don't think there's an easy way to skip them. And we have to have this one here. Or we might skip this one, but it's easy enough. We can easily just plow them down here. And we can rest here and find the treasure. Now, here are these 3 cloud dragons. We could potentially skip this fight if we really wanted to, since we can jump over this square. That's potentially possible. There's nothing here, and there's nothing here. There's nothing here. There's nothing in these two. There is nothing here either. And this is the one where we have the fight with the... Let's see. Cast the protection spells. Oh, this is not the square. It's the square next to this one. So that's a battle that we need to have. This is one that we need to have. Because if we're going to be able to jump past the other one, we need to finish this one. This is the magic serpent, and we've seen that before, that he's doable. If difficult, certainly doable. We got very unlucky this time around. We really did. We lost 2 members of the party just out of dumbness. I accidentally pressed the wrong spell. But okay, we made it anyway. With only 2 members gone, so I've seen worse. Now potentially, if the dragon is not directly there, we can jump over it. Oh, here is the ancient one. Okay. Great. Okay, that was a good idea, but not something we can actually do. It's protected. Okay. We're very dead here. Don't even need to have this fight here. We do get multiple rounds with the sorcerer for the dragon. She seems to be very well protected. Let's see. Can at least definitely finish off. That was stupid. Might as well just quit here. Going through this mess here. Give this one more try here. We will try to finish off the dragons there in the corner using our new spells. See if we can oh, here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Try my little new trick here to avoid these. Mostly worked until I forgot the location of this one. Now, let's see. We can jump here. We can jump here. Then we're actually fine. Because there aren't any more encounters here after this point until we reach these 2 squares here. This one is more difficult than the other, so I will restore all of our points and cast the protection from magic as well as the light spell and the protection from element spell. We will have this fight here with the magic serpent and the 3 dragons. This is a very difficult battle. Cast the dancing sword here, then I will cast the power shield spell that will help us a little bit. I will have Friar Tuck, Power Cure or Iron, and I will slowly try to take down the magic serpent first, hoping that we somehow make it out of this alive. Now, I will need the Power Cure spell because I really need a cleric back. We'll cast a Divine Intervention spell now and we will have one more go at this. That seems to be something that we always get. We get one more go at doing this. Definitely will not get multiple goes at doing this, but we get one more go. And it seems that the he does get weaker as he loses hit points, so perhaps he is bound by only having a few spell points. So this was doable. And what do we find here? We found something called an Energizer, which does what? As a recharge item. Okay, spell. Potentially very valuable, depending on how many charges it has. Now, we know for a fact that there is nothing here, but there is another potential battle right here. So we will again cast a protection from element spell, and we will also cast a protection from magic spell. We will finish off this battle here, and once we've done that, I will go back to the middle of the room and cast the Lloyd's Beacon spell, and we will go back to town. I think we should be able to survive this fairly easily. I will cast the power shield, give us a little bit of added protection. I don't think we can use any of the clerical spells. I don't think any of them really work here. The disintegration spell seems to work on a fairly consistent basis, and sometimes the implosion spell works, and when it does give us a lot of damage. And since there's only one of him, it's so much easier because he cannot kill anyone in a single blow. And the chances of being totally killed are certainly less. Now, each time we cast the Divine Intervention spell, it has a cost for us, so this is not something that we want to be doing on a regular basis. And we managed to bring him down. We can rest here and search. Now we found a lucky knife plus 12. It's an extremely valuable item, because if it is evil alignment like all the things that we found so far, then it basically increases our luck. Oh, we're not this lucky this time around. However, potentially. Yes. Bringing the sorcerer up to 40 luck. I'll take that. we can move this dagger plus 15 upwards and sell it. Now, there's nothing in this square here, so we can map it, but the other square right next to it is our good friend, which we are not interested in battling at this stage. So I will take care of this little shit here. And this is where we cast a spell. Which does not work in here. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't work in here. That would have made things simple for us, so of course it doesn't. That's okay, we'll have these fights here on the way out. I didn't have them on the way coming in. I avoided almost all of them using the jumps. And we'll have them on the way out since we are in good spirits now. As soon as we're out, we can cast the Town Porter spell and go directly to Volcania and sell some of this loot here. At least we're definitely not losing money on these. Now, we found a gold plate mail +2, which is an incredibly valuable item. We seem to have locked into finding that. Leave it for now. Now the question is, can we actually wear it? Because this is an absolutely fantastic piece of armor. We locked into finding. Let's see. It's about the same. 33, 48, 47. It gives us a +15 in the level category, so it's basically bringing our hits up to level 39, which is completely insane. So potentially we can then... No, we cannot, but Sir Hiron can certainly use it. And he'll bring him up to 50 and give him very much increased protection, so this is great news. We've also gained some 800,000 gold from the encounters in the Dragon's Cavern, so that's a lot of gold. So we might have spent a lot of time doing this, but it's certainly paid off. Now let's do the other half of this. There's quite a bit that we haven't done yet. We've now figured out pretty much how it is that we could potentially do this. We also still haven't finished off this area here either, so we should probably do that as well. But I assume there are 2 of these dragons here as well, so this is where we can jump. Into the 5th square. The 6th square is empty. And we could potentially jump over this. No, we need to take one more step for jumping. Now increasing the luck of the sorcerer should help, because it should increase our chances in the dice roll. every character can use a little luck. So adding some 20 additional luck points is certainly something that should be valuable. So, okay, this one was slightly longer than the other one. The question is also now, do we just finish this off here and go back to town and return again? Because potentially that would be the smart thing to do. So that we at least complete this. Doesn't take us long to go back. I think we will use the town portal once more, travel to Volcania, get rid of all this stuff. Save our progress. And then we can finish the little bit there on the left. We can't finish the sides yet, and probably won't be able to do so for a few more levels. Jump past this. And past this. Need to remember there's one more here we need to jump over. Sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, fine. Here is the Cloud Dragon. 3 of them. Can't really get away from facing him. See, let's turn the other way here. There's so many of these dragons here, they are very hard to actually avoid. But we managed to bring him down anyway without taking a hit. No. We should probably at this point rest and cast a light spell, cast a protection spell, cast the sorcerer protection spell. Now we're pretty much as prepared as we would ever be. Here is a difficult fight containing one of these armored dragon as well as a combination of the other dragons. So we can use the dancing sword spell to cause some damage here. I will use the power shield. the power cure to bring Sir Hiram back. The power cure on the sorcerer as well. We have one more go with the dancing sword and another one here. This battle is going surprisingly well. We're pretty much in the clear here. Survived this fairly easily now. And we find an eye chainmail +9, which is a hugely powerful chainmail, even though it isn't an S or a G one. Yeah, luck is a huge factor in how these battles turn out. If we get very unlucky with the roll of the dice at the start, we can easily get so incredibly damaged. I will not change the S chainmail +7 that we have here, but we have 2 of them. Now, before proceeding, let's cast the protection spells. Protect ourselves as much as we can here. Don't need to make this any more difficult than it actually is. A lot of dragon dung here. Every step that we take is basically into dragon shit. It seems that we are able to walk down this corridor here, but I have a feeling we are going to meet our doom at any point here. Now here's an armored dragon. We have one go at this dude. It was fairly easy. We managed to bring him down. We will rest and recuperate our points here. We cast all the protection spells. Does seem that we are heading for immediate death here. We can also see there's a hidden level there in the middle of the map. Now, this is an interesting little thing here. A blue watered fountain is here. Let's take a snapshot here. We are where? We are in X11Y2. Blue watered fountain beckons to you. Drink from its waters. This is a spelling error. There's not supposed to be an apostrophe here. It's this would read drink from its waters. You feel much healthier but not fulfilled. As you look back toward the fountain, it vanishes. What does that mean? What does that mean? Taking a look at Sir Lancelot's statistics, nothing has changed here. He's still exactly the same. Rest, see what it does. Okay, this certainly did something. You've gained a lot of hit points. Quite a few, actually. At what cost? What did we trade? None of our actual abilities have changed at all here. That I can see. We have gained quite a bit of we have gained a considerable amount of hit points. I'm assuming that we traded something for this. We must have. I'm not unhappy with the results. These hit points are very valuable to us. So, and even if we had lost some spell points, it's still worth it. We might have lost a few spell points. That might have been the trade-off. But they are magically enhanced anyway, so it isn't a huge issue. Or gaining 30-40 hit points is... for Magica Dispel, she's almost up to 200. She was fairly low where we started tonight, so... that makes a huge difference to us. We'll go back here and we'll attempt to enter this secret area up there. This one is solid. Let's see. This one is solid, so is this one. More dragons. Probably wise to rest at this point and redo the protection spells. This one is solid. More dragons. This one is solid. I might as well just finish these here and rest and recuperate. If we end in a battle in there, it's best to have all our spell points. Okay, we are unable to enter into this little square here from any direction. Try the jump spell. It should not work, but it might anyway. It's not. This cave really is incredibly difficult, but it's worth it so far. See if we can jump in there. No, we cannot. Try this one. No. And no. Chances are that we simply can't access these squares here. I've tried pretty much every possible way of getting in there. The only thing that could be that there could potentially be a way of... There could potentially be a way of getting there by there being some point here where you can actually cast the some of the teleport spells, but I'm not about to find them. We will have this fight with the monsters on the way out. Yes. And then we'll travel back to town. And what I want to do is I want to return once more and try our hand at the dragon. Just as an attempt to try to see if we can actually beat it, sell some of this stuff here. This is potentially, I don't know if we took a look at this, the chainmail +9 here, it's fairly powerful. Iron obviously has lots of items to sell as well. Now, this eye chainmail is not, I think, better than anything that we have at the moment. I think we will simply sell it. Both of these. We now have a 1.5 million in terms of gold, which is a nice hike. We've gained 1 million per character in gold on this stream tonight. Now this is the final attempt at the dragons there. Sometimes difficult to give up. So tempting to try this, see if we can complete it. Now we will jump here. Jump here. Jump again. We at least avoided more than half of these. Don't have to have these endless battles here. Don't have this fight here with the weapons. Great. So it's less than fun, but attacked while we were asleep. I'll use William Tell to cast the Awaken spell and have Magicka cast the Dancing Sword spell. We need to get rid of these archers right now because they cast energy bolts, which are potentially lethal to us. Yeah, this was pretty bad. We only lost a member of the party though, but we're out of spell points. Cure Short Iron here. Try our best to cure everyone up as much as we can. Still only one dead, but now 4 additional ones unconscious, which is not making things easier for us at all. We don't stand a chance here, we will die. I'm fairly sure of it. Yep. Now, let's try this one again. Light. 2 forward. Then a jump spell. Then 2 forward again, and another jump spell, and another jump spell, and another jump spell. We find ourselves here, and we need another jump spell. And we are here. The rest, we will cast the protection spells. The protection from magic spell and the light, and we will go here to the middle to the ancient dragon and try to beat it. Don't stand a chance there. Okay. Might as well have just instantly died. Let's try then. The squares on either side there. particularly the square that we haven't tried. Let's see what's actually there. 8, 3. We're getting quite good at avoiding fights here. Now we jump. And we jump again. And again. And again. And again. And now we are where we want to be. There is nothing in this square. And nothing in this square either. It's just this ancient dragon that is here. Okay. The annoying thing is that we just can't get past the other ancient dragon in the other room. It's basically the only thing stopping us from being able to continue exploring the rest of this cavern. So let's kill off these wyverns here. I want to see if there's any way for us to get past that before giving up here. Now we can't cast a teleport spell anywhere in here. I've tried pretty much any location I can think of. That's one of the problems. We can cast a jump spell, but the jump spell does not work unless you are actually able to run past it. And since the dragon is at the end, then we can't do that. At least not in any easy way. However, let's arm ourselves up here. Try this fight here once more. Because this did not turn out well at all. Our best chance here is that we raise Fire Attack from the... That was the wrong character that I revived. It was... Essentially we're dead here. I was going to revive the cleric because we needed the cleric to cast the Holy Word spell, but alas, I missed. Let's try this once more. I want to see if there's a way of getting into that secret chamber there and whether there is something there that is valuable to us. Might not be, but we have to make sure anyway. I want to get as much of this done here as I can. Where are we now? Did we go one square forward more than we wanted to here? Probably did. Yeah, we did. Let's see. Light. Now. We know this fairly well by now. It's jump. 2 squares forward. Another jump. should jump again now. Problem with these dragons is that it's so much in the luck of the draw what actually happens. Let's see. Oh, this is the worst possible outcome really for us. Extraordinarily bad outcome. What we can try here is raise that and raise that cleric and hope he doesn't get killed again. Which he didn't, but still need to power cure him and hope that he comes back, because it's our only hope, because divine intervention is basically the only thing that can save us. We cannot survive these battles without it, that's just the way it is. I wonder if these actually work. Yes, they do. Now Hachika is passed out here, but we can potentially cure her. We lost a cleric. Things could be worse. There are worse things that could be happening to us right now. Because here we have the option of casting the implosion. Gives us 250 hit points off, which is a significant amount. And then a chance to cast the dancing sword again. Down goes the serpent. And we recover here. Mostly Roland is still alive, so we can cast a raise that spell. This is a very difficult battle for us. We can barely get out of it alive, and that's really if we're lucky. And there isn't really a great reward from fighting this one. But it does give us access to this area here, which is potentially valuable. At least allows us to map it. You find several gold items. What did we find? Okay, this is excellent. This is what why I was bothering with this. Because these items that we just found here are extremely valuable. Go from 47 to 33, but if we use this we go to 52 and we gain a few levels as well, and we can remove this fire shield and use the gold shield instead. We get up to 59. Remove the iron helm and equip him with the gold helm and we get up to 61. So this is incredibly powerful. And we need to do something similar for the other characters, so we need to do this again. Our question is, how is it that we get out of this? This is how we get out of it again. Go back here. Get ourselves out of this mess here. This makes it all worth it. Now we are here, we know how to get back. We will have to jump once, twice. we jump now. Yes, we are out. Go back to the town of Vulcania. All we will do now is just save this and go back, and this is definitely worth it. We will do that until we have these items for all of the knights and the paladin. So these items are extremely valuable and give us almost indefinite fighting powers above what we have right now. That in addition to all the hit points that we've already gained by fighting the drinking from the fountain and leveling up, it means that we are slowly getting to the point where we are very difficult to kill. It would be interesting after this to go back to Dawn's Cavern, which we tried just a few days ago, and see where we are now in terms of beating that. But the one thing at a time, we will travel 8 here and an additional 3 here. Go directly into the cavern, take 2 steps, jump. 2 steps, jump, and jump again, and jump again, and then turn around, and jump again. Now we're in the clear. We will rest here and cast a protection from magic, as well as the protection from elements. Turn on the lights and try this battle once more with the magic serpent. Now we should be slightly better now because we have better armor. Oh, that should help. That and the fact that we've gained a significant amount of attacking ability, because the gold items, they level you up +5, so that basically means that we are now some 15 levels higher than we were, which means that we get more attack attempts per round than we did before. So that's obviously valuable to us. Getting to the point now where we need to use the Divine Intervention spell at some cost to us, obviously, but now try the Implosion spell, which worked out fine, and now everyone is gone. How old is Friar Tuck? He's 62. We need to start using the Rejuvenate spell on him pretty soon before he dies of old age. We need to do that when we get back. I want to... we can drop this item here. It doesn't matter. Equip this. This. Our shield we cannot use right now because it has a double-handed weapon. So No. So we will save the gold shield for now. Remove the electric shield here. Replace it with a gold shield. Sell the electric one. And we need to make at least one more run at this. Now we need to jump to the middle here, and from there we need to jump again. And again. And again. Now 2 forward. Jump. And out. And we can go to the town of Vulcania. Sign into the inn here, and we will have to do something about our age here. 36, 45, 29, 62, 30. This is definitely a problem. We will cast the rejuvenate spell. We succeeded. He's now 60. It's not a lot, but we will take it. Chances of the spell failing basically increase with every age that you add, so we don't want it to fail, so we will save after every attempt and retry again and again. This is fairly laborious. We are not successful here. We need to return to Korg's cave and visit the Fountain of Youth there and use that instead of the spell. It does occasionally succeed, however. We lost 4 years now. That's a plus. We will take that and try it again. And we succeeded again. Now we lost a lot. We lost some 11 years. So we will save that. Try again. All in the roll of the dice. Now it failed. We will quit. Restart. What you should really do is that you should keep an eye on this regularly, but we've been having so many of these fights that things like the Divine Intervention spell they have, and the Raise Dead spell, and the other supernatural spells, they affect the age of the caster, so that's the side effect of using them. But we would not have made it out of these battles without using the spell, so that's just a cost that you will have to bear. Now we've had 3 unsuccessful attempts after 1 very successful one. That is just the way it goes sometimes. 4 now. We succeeded. We're down to 44. We'll say that. Try once more. We fail. And we succeed again. Now we're down to 42. Let's leave it there for now. It's sufficient, and take one more trip and get another set of these armored items. They are very much the best we can have in the game. For the knight and the paladin. And as you can see, and I will also leave a spare copy of the shield for Sir Lancelot, since he has a double-handed weapon. We might find a better single-handed weapon for him at some point in the game, and we would then want to swap again. And even potentially we would like the opportunity to be able to do that for certain battles as well. The amount of armor that the ender level increase that the old armor gives you is such that it might be worth it. Now for the jumps. I'm getting a little bit too good at this. We crawl here, all the way here. We will rest. Those 20 hit points or spell points might matter to us. I will use the cleric to cast a light. And in we go once again. Now this is a bad situation. Let's see if we can somehow crawl ourselves out of it. Best chance here is that perhaps you are lucky enough that we can raise Friar Tuck from the dead here. He's now unconscious. No, he died again. Okay. This is a practical impossibility here. Try again, though. Adding gears to Sir Roland as we go along. Basically out of spell points at this point for William Tell. Yes, he has none left. We have no way of winning this battle, so we'll try again. How old is Sir Roland? He's only 33, that's fine still. Don't forget to cast the teleport spell here to avoid the kobolds. Eight. 3. In we go. Light. Jump. 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 In we go. Got slightly luckier this time around. Not lucky in any sense, but we got luckier. Sorry. Cast a power cure on the sorcerer. Hope she survived to fight another round. We'll also cast a power cure on Pink Panther. We have a dead member of the party, but that's okay if we keep the cleric. I want to be able to cast a power shield here. It's very important to us, and then I want to be able to cast the divine intervention. Now I think we're going to be fine. We get another chance. Another round at all of these spells. Yeah, Serpent is seriously weakened at this point, so our chances of taking him down increase considerably. Down he goes. Now we aged the friar again, but not a lot, and we find yet another pair of these golden armor pieces, which are invaluable to us. Remove the S-plate mail, equip it here. The iron helm, equip the gold helm instead. The Sir Hiron now has an armor class of 63. And we also have this gold plate mail +2, which unfortunately can only be worn by the knights and the paladins anyway, so we have no one to give it to, so we will probably sell it. And I will keep this gold shield, as I mentioned. So we are very well armored right now. All we really need is a single-handed weapon for the frontmost knight, and we are basically in business. We won't be able to access the remainder of this cavern for now. We'll see about doing that at a later stage in the game. We have no chance of defeating that particular dragon over there. Just the way things are right now. We'll get out of here. Out. We'll go all the way back to Middlegate, where we will start by buying some food. And then check about training. We've done a lot of monster mashing, so chances are some of us are getting fairly close to leveling up, and that is indeed the case. Particularly the robber is very close. Only really needs a few more. Then I want to go and visit Tom's Cavern. I have a feeling we are now ready to give her a real beating. Now, where was this cavern again? It's on the other side, right? It's in D4, that's right. It's down here. Best way there is through this mess here. We enter, we rest, and we cast a light here. Necessary protections. Now we've leveled up, so we get an extra point of protection. Let's head there. We know where we need to go. It's just a fight with the ogres here. We will kill them in 2 blows. And we're ready for this fight here. One dead, one unconscious. Seen worse. I will cast a power shield. And then we will erase Sir Roland from the dead. Use him to cast a power cure on the Pink Panther. Hoping that he doesn't die again. No, he didn't. And we have another run at the Dancing Sword spell and another one. Now we can cast a power cure spell on Sir Roland. We finish this battle fairly easily. That's out of the way. We can now finish this cavern here. And the associated secret area here, which is accessible somewhere from within this room here. One would think. $200 of these greedy snitches here. That's nice. They were on either side of the aisle. I had forgotten about these. It doesn't really matter. Been a long time since our chest exploded. Very long time. And we finally find the entrance here. Orb Guardians. That is interesting. We had known we were magic cannot be used here. Oh, how interesting. It would have been good to know this before going in. Really would have. What we need to do here is there is something there that needs to be rescued. We can easily take care of Dawn, but we need to figure out what is about this orb and whether we how we could approach that. We can I doubt that the protection from element spell and the protection from magic spell will help us much with these brutes. They are mostly just ridiculously strong. Perhaps we could attempt to drink from the might potion that is on the square next to it. It's one potential idea. And, for now, it's 2 AM. I think it's time to start wrapping this up here. I think we will I'll see who's on, if anyone is actually on. Ash is on. Yeah, we might raid Ash. So set that up right now. Thanks so much for coming, guys, and staying with me while I try to finish this game. I hope to see you again soon. I will go into the extra and I'll see you probably tomorrow if you're here. Please, sir, have a good night, sir.